Hey, this is Taylor Swift.
Y'all want to hear some country music? Right now, you want to hear some Taylor Swift? You're in the right place.
Tim McGraw. I'm a huge Tim McGraw fan. His Live Like You Were Dying album was huge. And that's the album that I had on repeat everywhere I went. It was on my iPod. I had the CD everywhere. I'm just a crazy Tim McGraw fan. So I went to Nashville for the first time when I was 11 and walked into every major record label with a demo CD of me singing karaoke music saying, my name's Taylor, I'm 11, I want a record deal, call me. So, it's been a really long time knocking on doors, and finally a couple have opened, and it's just been an amazing experience. I'm just like my mom. She is just completely perfectionist and everything. I'm very unartist-like in that way. Everything has to be taken care of for me to sleep that night. I grew up in Wyomissing, Pennsylvania, and it's a really small town outside Reading, the Reading Railroad and factory outlet centers. It's kind of near Philadelphia, too. And it was a really great place to grow up. I actually was born on a farm, and we had 10 horses. And that was, I think, one of the things that drew me towards country music, because I could relate to the things in those songs. And it was a really great way to grow up because my mom stayed at home with us and raised us, and we were raised around all these animals and all this wide open space. So it was a really great place to live. I can't even remember back to my first live performance because I've been singing for so long. But when I was little, like 9 and 10, I was in this children's theater group. And we would get up and we would rehearse for about 2 months, each little musical, and then we would do 4 performances of it. And I think that really got me equipped to being on stage because, these little children's performances, I got to be the lead. It was a really cool experience. And I think one of the things that I love about other artists when I'm listening to other music are they a songwriter or are they different? And I try not to do this too much, but I really like getting the story of how they came to be, having an album out. I really like figuring out if they, really worked hard to get there. Because that really kind of makes it special for me to listen to someone who I know is loving every second of it because I know I'm loving every second of it because I worked for it. And I really like seeing that in other artists. Also, if something's just completely off the wall different than anyone else, I love that. I've always really tried to go with my gut feeling on things, and I've always tried to, go with what I like. And even if it's not what everyone else likes, it's honest. And I've always been able to say that the music I write is honest, and I'm always going to be honest as an artist. And I think that's what it always has been for me. Even when I was liking a music genre that my friends would turn on and be like, "What are you listening to?" I still stuck by it because it was what I loved. And you can't let people push you down. You really can't. You can't let people push you around and tell you that you should like something that you don't or that you shouldn't like something that you do. I think any words of wisdom I would have for young aspiring artists would be find out who you are first. Because you can be amazing at singing and you can play guitar, but if you don't know who you are, that's what the label's going to say. They're going to say, well, where do you fit in? And I think the thing that you have to do is figure out what you're going to sound like and what your niche is going to be. And don't compare yourself to other people, because if you found yourself a little place and it's going to be successful, you shouldn't be able to compare it to anyone. So just figure out who you are, and that came to me with writing songs.
Thank you so much.